So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
Hey YouTube, this is Joe from Z4 Games, and I'm bringing to you guys a triple Endymion structure deck profile. So this is using just 3 copies of the Endymion structure deck, and this is what I've got together for you guys to well, share with you guys. So this is what you can build with just using 3 copies of the Endymion structure deck, and I'll run to you my choices, how I play certain cards, how effective I think they can be, and that's it really. So with all that's done, let's crack on into it. So we have triple of your boss monster, which is Endymion, the mighty master of magic. Now he is a scale 8, level 7 I do believe. Yep, level 7 spellcaster, 2800 attack and 1700 defense, and with obviously 2 effects. Its pendulum effect is that you can remove 6 spell counters from your field special summon this card from the pendulum zone. Then count the number of cards you control that can have a spell counter. Destroy up to that many cards on the field, and if you do, place spell counters on this card equal to the number of cards destroyed. You can only use this effect of Endymion, the mighty master of magic, once per turn. Its monster effect is that once per turn when a spell or trap card or effect is activated quick effect, you can return 1 card you control with a spell counter on it to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do that, destroy it. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the return card had. When this card has a spell counter on it, your opponent cannot target it with card effects, also cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. When this card with a spell counter destroys a battle, you can add 1 normal spell from your deck to your hand. Really powerful monster, really strong card. You want to see it as soon as possible because this is your win condition and obviously your boss monster, so you play 3 of it. I'm only playing 1 reflection of Endymion. This is a level 7 monster, spellcaster, scale 2, 1850 attack and 2007 defense with 2 effects. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card. When that spell resolves, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card, plus summon both this from your pendulum zone and 1 monster from your hand that you can place a spell counter, and if you do, place 1 spell counter on each. Monster effect: you can only special summon reflections of Endymion once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and 1 card you control with spell counter, except this card. Return the opponent's monster card to the hand. Then place the same number of spell counters on this card that your returned card had. When this card with spell counter is destroyed, you can add 1 Endymion card from your deck to your hand. So here's a nice rotor, here's a nice bouncer, but we do play something else in the deck that can help deal with threats by bouncing them. So I'm only playing it as a one-off, just as a low scale in the deck. Then we have 3 copies of Secrets of Endymion. Servant of Endymion, which is another scale 2 with 2 effects, 900 attack and 1500 defense, level 3. Each time a spell card is activated, place a spell counter on this card. When that spell resolves, you can remove 3 counters from this card, special summon both this from your pendulum zone and 1 monster from your deck with 1000 or more attack that you can place a spell counter on it. And if you do, place 1 spell counter on each. You can only special summon Servants of Endymion once per turn. This card with a spell counter can attack directly. Once per opponent's turn quick effect, you can discard 1 card, then place 1 spell counter on each card you control that can place a spell counter on it. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place spell counter. You can place this card in your pendulum zone, then place the same number of spell counters on it that it had as a monster. So more ways to get spell counters, but more importantly, more ways to just summon monsters from your deck to help you go into your link monster if need be, also to just grab more cards to the field. Then we have 3 copies of Magister of Endymion, which is a scale 8 monster, level 3 with 1500 attack and 900 defense. Each time a spell card is activated, place a spell counter on this card. When that spell resolves, you can remove three spell counters from this card, special summon both this card from your pendulum zone and one face-up monster from your extra that you can place a spell counter on it. And if you do, place one spell counter on each. You can special summon Magisters of Endymion once per turn. When this card declares an attack, you can place one spell counter on it. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card. Special summon one monster from your deck that you can place a spell counter on it. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place this card in your opponent's zone, then place the same spell counters on it that it had as a monster. So again, more ways to get monsters out from the deck. So you really just want to get to your big boss monster as soon as possible. So that's it for the Endymion cards in terms of the new monsters. Next we're playing 3 copies of Magical Abductor. This is another low scaling deck that can help you search your pendulum monsters when it's in the scale. I think you can remove 3. Yeah, you gain spell counter same way as normal, and you can add 1 pendulum monster from your deck to your hand by just removing 3 spell counters on it. You're not really going to use it for its monster effect. You're really just going to use it as a scale. Once you've used your Endymion cards, place this in the scale, you can start gathering up spell counters, and you can start searching more monsters from your deck. Next we're playing 3 Fairy Tale Lunas. This is a nice monster that you can just summon it, you can just start bouncing your opponent's monsters. And also when it's normal summon, you can add a spellcaster monster 1850 attack from your deck to your hand. So you can just search itself, deck fin, and then as I said, once per turn quick effect, you can target face up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can send 1 card with the same monster's name from the deck or extra to graveyard to negate this effect. Otherwise, return both that monster and this to their hand. So, just a nice way to remove threats on your opponent's board. And I'm playing 3 one-offs in the forms of 1 magical something. This card just each kind of spell card is activated, place a spell counter on it when it resolved. This card's level is increased by another spell counter on it. You can remove 3 spell counters from this card, then target 1 quick play spell in your graveyard, set that card to your spell and track card zone. You can use this effect magical something once per turn. So, just to be sure, yeah, we do play 2 quick play spells in the deck. So you can just help recur those monsters, those spells. Otherwise, it's just a nice 1800 beta. I am playing 1 Defender of the Magical Knight. This helps just protect your monsters by just removing spell counters from the field if they would be destroyed. And I'm playing 1 Mythical Beast, Medusa. This just helps reduce your opponent's monsters in the battle phase. So it's just a nice thing. You can also, if your pendulums do somehow get to the graveyard, you can use this from the scale to revive them. And to run at the monsters, I'm just playing 3 copies of Troll and Hotbird. Obviously, if a structure deck comes with like a busted hand trap, you just play it. Simple as that. And Troll and Hotbird is no exception to that. Just helps slow down really speedy decks while you're using this, and just helps get the game into your favor. So that's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, I'm playing 3 copies of Spell Power Majesty Mastery. This just helps you search your deck for Endymion cards. You can add a Endymion card from your deck to your hand, then you can count the number of Spell Power Mastery and Spell Power Graphs you control and or have in your graveyard. Place that many spell counters among those cards you control. That you can place a spell counter on it. You can activate 1 Magistry once per turn. We don't play the Spell Power Graphs, though if you wanted to, you can do. So you're only going to gain spell counters from using multiple copies of this, but still being able to search any Endymion card in your deck for essentially free is just too good to pass up. Now I'm playing 1 Dreamed Path. Target spellcaster effect monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can activate 1 path once per turn. This just helps recur your powerful spellcasters from your graveyard. Then I'm playing 1 Endymion's Lab. This card becomes Magical Citadel of Endymion while it's in the spell and trap card zone. And each time a spell card is activated, put a spell counter on it when it resolves. Once per turn, after damage calculation, if your spellcaster monster is destroyed by battle, you can remove 6 counters from your field. Special summon 1 level 7 or higher spellcaster monster from your hand or deck. And activate 1 Endymion's Lab per turn. So the deck does come with what's his name again? Dark Magician of Chaos. So if you wanted to take that card in your deck as like a one-off or something, you can summon it off this, which is really cool. But otherwise we're just going to summon your Endymion boss. Now I'm playing 2 copies of Magical Citadel Endymion and 1 Terraforming. I don't want to clog too much with this card. Once you get to it, that's it. You also have more ways to search it through the new rota. Then I'm playing a Spellbook engine of 3 copies of Spellbook of Secrets. This can help you stack your spell counts because you can just go secrets into, I think, secrets. No, you can't. But you can still just go secrets into a spellbook and then just deck fin that way, and you're also getting more counters. But I'm also playing 2 copies of Spellbook of Wisdom and 1 Spellbook of Power. This ratio can be however you want to. It could be 2 power and wisdom. I just like the protection that wisdom can provide as opposed to the power boost of power. And then we're playing 2 copies of Pot of Desires because the deck comes with Pot of Desires. Don't want to play 3 of it. You don't really need 3 in my personal opinion. I think 2 is just fine. And I'm playing 2 traps just as a little tech choice in forms of YUGIOH Shield and Magician's Circle. Play a lot of darks and lights in the deck, so including your boss monster, so you can use Circle to help you get into those. Otherwise, just go to YUGIOH Shields. That's probably what I would go with otherwise. That's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck of just 3 copies of the Link Monster. That's all the deck gives you. So we just play 3 copies of this. Usually with these structure deck builds, you just max out on everything in the extra deck. I think the highest structure deck that had the most extra deck in it was the Salam Great deck. So with this, you just play 3 copies of the new Magical Warrior, which is Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. Takes 1600 attack and just takes 2 Spellcaster monsters and it points downwards. Each, if this card is linked, someone place 1 spell counter on it, gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can only activate each of the following effects of Daybreaker once per turn. If a spellcaster sack monster wants special summon to zone this card, points to place a spell counter on it. You can remove 2 spell counters from this card, then target a card on the field and destroy it. So it's a buffed up version of Breaker the Magical Warrior, obviously, and just helps generate spell counters, or gain spell counters a lot more. It just helps remove threats on the field. That's it for the deck, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry it took so long, but I had to read the cards, obviously, because they are brand new still. And for anyone new watching this video that hasn't seen what the cards do yet, I just wanted to explain to you what the cards do. So, hope you all guys enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Dan here from All Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.